Do I do voice practice to try to pass better? Perhaps. Um, I saw a really good video on here about why it's pointless to try to pass, and agreed with almost all the points they made. Like, I'm not ashamed to be a trans woman, um, but passing often isn't about that. Neither is being stealth in a way. I think if I got a new job, I'd actually try to be stealth. And again, it somehow wouldn't be about passing. So a lot of that is how one fits into the world. Like, I tend to not fit into trans spaces that well because I'm like not into D&D or games or like pretty much most of the things that are stereotypically trans. Um, I also transitioned at 48, um, but never really was male before then. Um, but also wasn't like a flaming gay guy or anything. Um, let's see, here's actually what I look like in about 2.5 years ago. Some of the reason I focus on voice is because I work online, um, which means that there's often cases where it's only my voice that's interacting with people. So at that point, voice is sort of passing, but it's also presentation, right? It's the same as dressing up or transitioning in the first place. I want people to recognize my voice is feminine. And I also want the voice to be me. So some of the aspect of being me isn't even about gender, right? Like, I can talk like this and maybe be gendered more as a butch woman, but I'm not butch. I never liked fixing cars. I never had male friends, period. I really didn't have any friends, period, before transition. Um, so a lot of presenting um, it is about how you want to be treated. And voice is part of that. It's also sort of like fashion, right? Voice is like you can have different voices for different moods. Like I can sort of be a different person at different times. And a lot of it's sort of like dressing up and being different and wanting to be perceived differently at different points in time. So, like, maybe I want to be super assertive. I don't most of the time, though. So, like, I want to sort of go into a voice that represents the sort of shy, which I was much more shy pre transition. The sort of shy aspects of me, right? I'm a software developer. I studied physics and economics. I studied graduate math for years. Like there's an aspect of me that I'd like to be presented with voice, where like I'm feminine but professional. Um, it's a perception thing more than a passing thing. Um, and the impact of the passing aspect of it is often how women treat me more than men. So, like, if I'm interacting with other moms at a school thing, even if they know I'm trans, it's like having them perceive me in a way that matches who I feel internally often is reflected in how I look and also in the voice. Um, and that's almost like passing, except I'm fine if they know I'm trans. I just want them to see me in a specific way.